everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 331 Granny Square of our 365 Days of Granny Squares. Today's Granny Square, it worked up really fast for me. It's very simple. It's a lot of the stitches that we have learned already this year, except a little twist in the beginning here. We make these cluster stitches that actually look like popcorn stitches, so maybe it's a new favorite of mine. But it's cluster stitches, and then we turn our work around. So these are actually the back of our cluster stitches. And they raise up and they look like popcorns. It's really interesting. So that's a little new thing that we're doing here. But all these rest of these stitches are double crochets and single crochets, working in the back loops, making X stitches and cluster stitches and more single crochets. So it's a very simple pattern for today. And this square is called a Raised Bunchberry Square, and it's designed by Marie over at undergroundcrafter.com. So I will put the link to the written pattern for this square on my blog and in the description of this video, so you can click that and follow along with her pattern. Check out the rest of her website, undergroundcrafter.com, so you can see the other designs that she also has on there. It's really interesting. And in today's square, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I'm using 3 different colors today. We are making 7 rounds in today's Granny Square, so you can change color every round if you want to, or change it up, use as much colors as you want. This is a 10 ply size 4 worsted weight medium yarn, so you can use any double knitting yarn, any worsted weight yarn, any scrap yarns that you have available. And I'm going to demonstrate this square with an H size crochet hook, which is 5mm, so make sure you have that handy. Her written pattern actually calls for an I hook, which is 5.5mm, but with the H hook, my square measures to be about 6 inches, okay, which is about 15 centimeters. So that's with the H hook and the tension that I use on my crochet hand here. But if you need to, you can use an I hook, which is 5.5mm. So you can do that. Also, you're going to need a yarn needle and a scissor, because we'll be cutting our yarn and sewing in our ends, and these tools just come in handy when we change color quite often. And now, before we begin, I do want to mention there are links in the description of this video. So like I said, there will be a link to Raised Bunchberry Square on Marie's website. There's also a link to my Facebook and Instagram, so make sure you share your photos. Find today's square on Facebook, and in the photo or in the comment section, share a photo of your square. And then on Instagram, make sure you hashtag 365 Days of Granny Squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square on there. And Snapchat me, I say that every day. And lastly, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for every single one of our videos. So subscribe to our channel and you can get that update on when he posts our next video. So now let's get started and make number 331 Granny Square. Let's start out with a slip knot, so put your short end over your long end, fold that down and pull that through and pull it tight. Insert your hook and we can start. So let's start out by chaining 4, so yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go into the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And there's your ring. If you know how to start with the magic ring, you can start that way as well, but we're going to go right on to round 1 by chaining up 1, and we're going to make a cluster stitch into this ring. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, again yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, hold that, yarn over again and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So now we have 4 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 of those loops. And there's our cluster stitch. Then we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to make a cluster stitch into this ring. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, hold it, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again and go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, And then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. Okay, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, again, we're going to cluster. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more cluster in here. 1, 2, and 3. And then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And then to finish this round, we are going to chain 4 and then slip stitch to the first cluster stitch right here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now, going on to the next round, we are going to turn our work around. So flip this around just like so. So now we're looking at the back of our work. Okay? And now we are going to slip stitch into this chain 4 space right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay? And then we're going to chain up 1. Now in the same space, we are going to put 2 single crochets. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that's 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 1 and put 2 more single crochets into that same space. 1 and 2. Awesome. Then we are going to front post single crochet around this cluster. So go into this chain 4 space, come out this chain 4 space, then yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that just makes it look more like a popcorn stitch, really popping. Awesome. Then we are going to, in this next chain 4 space, repeat what we did. So put 2 single crochets, then chain 1, and put 2 more single crochets in there. And then we're going to front post single crochet around this cluster. So go from this chain 4 space around the cluster to this chain 4 space, then yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so just repeat that in these next spaces here, and then I'll meet you up for round 3. Alright, just finishing this round with a back post single crochet, front post single crochet on this cluster stitch here, and then we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round, okay? So not this slip stitch and not this chain up 1 here. We're going to go into the single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this next single crochet and into the chain 1 space right here, okay, because we're going to start in a chain 1 space for the next round. I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn, pull that through and pull tight to fasten that off. That's a really cool pattern there. So now this next round we're staying on this wrong side. It's considered the wrong side, okay, because we're looking at the back of these cluster stitches. We're going to stay on this side now for the rest of the pattern. This other side is going to be the back of our square, even though it's the front of our clusters, but it's really popping on this side and it looks really cool. So we're going to stay on this side and we're going to start in a corner. So let's start in a chain 1 space right in here, go in. And then I'm going to grab a new yarn, hook that on the hook and pull that through, and we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that counts as our first double crochet of this round. So now for round 3, we are going to put a double crochet in the same space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to put 2 more double crochets into that same space. So again, a double crochet is yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so that's our corner. You can see 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. Then we're going to skip these 2 single crochets right here, and in this front post single crochet right here, we are going to put 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip these next 2 single crochets and hop into the chain 1 corner space and make our corner. So that's 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 2, 1, 2, and then 2 more double crochets in that same corner chain 1 space. Okay? Then skip these next 2 single crochets, and in the front post single crochet here, we're going to put 2 double crochets. So just continue working that all the way around, and then it's just a repeat all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 4. When you come back around, skip these last 2 single crochets and then slip stitch to the top of this chain up 3 right here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this next stitch and into the corner here, this chain 2 corner space, and chain up 3 and go on to round 4. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn, pull it through and pull it tight, and then I'm going to grab a new color. And starting in a corner, chain 2 space here, we're going to hook that new color on and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that counts as our first double crochet of this round. And we are going to put 2 more double crochets into the same space. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 and 2. So now it looks like there's 3 actually, because that chain up 3 counts as a stitch. And now we're just going to double crochet into each stitch on the sides. So that's 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then in the chain 2 corner spaces, we are putting 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3, chain 2, sorry, 1 and 2, and then put 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then just double crochet into each stitch on the side. So it's that simple. So in the corners you're putting 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochets all in the corner, and then in each stitch on the side just put a double crochet. So it's a very simple round. I'll meet you up for the next round. When you come back to the beginning corner here, we still have to put 3 double crochets into that same space. And then to finish off, we are going to chain 2 and then slip stitch to the beginning chain of 3 here. 1, 2, 3, right in here. Just go in and then yarn over and pull through and through. Now we are going to start in a corner here, so if you want to, you can slip stitch back into that corner or fasten off and change color. So chain 1, cut that, pull it through, pull tight, start in a corner right here and hook on a new yarn and then chain up 1. And in the same corner here, going on to round 5, we are going to put a single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now we are going to be working in the back loops only. So usually we work through both loops like this. Okay, both loops, both loops, both loops. This is considered the front loop, in the one that's closest to us, and the back loop is the one furthest from us. Okay, so there's 2 loops, and the back one is this one right here. Okay, so we're going to be working in the back loops only. And this round is another very simple round. We are going to be working 1 single crochet in the back loop of the next 12 stitches, or in each stitch on the side. So go in the back loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Next stitch, back loop only, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 2. This is 3, here's 4, remember back loop only, here's 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, okay? So it's each stitch on the side. You can see that it gets this little ridge looking thing here. It looks really fancy, really nice. So in the corner, chain 2 spaces, we are going to be putting a single crochet, then chain 3, and then put another single crochet in that corner, okay? And then working in the back loops only, work a single crochet into each stitch, okay? So just do that all the way around. In your corners, you're putting a single crochet, chain 3, and a single crochet. Another very simple round. Just don't forget to work in those back loops only, and then I will meet you up for round 6. When you come back around, be sure to put a single crochet in this beginning corner here, and then chain 3, and then slip stitch to the first single crochet right here. Go in, then yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now in this next round we are starting in a corner, so if you want to slip stitch back into the corner here, you can do that, and you can chain up 3, right? Chain up 3, yeah, and go on to round 6, but I'm going to actually chain 1 here and cut my yarn, pull it through and pull tight. We're going to start in a corner, so I'm just going to go right into that corner and grab my other color, hook that on the hook and pull it through, and then chain up 3. Okay, and now we're going to make a beginning cluster, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, that's a beginning cluster stitch. Then we are going to, let's see here, beginning cluster here, we're going to make 7 cross double crochet stitches. So what we're going to do is skip this next stitch here and double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, go into that, skip this one, go into this one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to double crochet into that skipped one. So we're going to yarn over, I'm going to work in the back of my work, so yarn over, go into the back here, into the skipped stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And there is a cross double crochet. So again, yarn over, skip this next stitch, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go into the skipped stitch, okay, like that, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And there's an X. Awesome! Yarn over, skip this, yarn over, go in there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, go into the skipped stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and we're just going to do that across this side. So there should be 7 of these cross stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th cross stitch. Cross double crochet stitches here, and here's 6. Oops, just yarn over once for a double crochet, and then in the corner chain 3 spaces. Okay, so there's our side. That's a repeat, so every side is going to look like that. And then in the corner chain 3 spaces, we are going to be putting a cluster stitch. So regular cluster is yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, but hold it. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on your hook. Then we are going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and make another cluster stitch in that same space. So it's basically making 3 incomplete double crochets until you have 4 loops on your hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. And then make your cross double crochet stitches. So skip this next stitch and double crochet in the next, and then double crochet in the skipped stitch working behind your work. Okay, just like that. And working that across. And then in the corners, put cluster stitch, chain 2, and a cluster stitch. Very interesting round, but quite simple. So I will leave you to it, and then I'll meet you up for round 7. When you come back around, we have to still put a cluster stitch in this beginning corner, and then we are going to chain 2, and then slip stitch to our beginning cluster stitch. So right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now we are going to start working on round 7. If you are not changing color, slip stitch back into this chain 2 corner space and then chain up 1 and go on to the next round with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull tight. We are starting in a corner chain 2 space, so start in here and hook on that hook, or hook on that yarn there, pull it through, and then chain up 1. And in the same space, we are going to put 2 single crochets. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And again, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And now, just like we did for round 5 here, when we worked in those back loops only, we're going to do the same thing on each stitch on this side here. So we're going to go into, let's see here, this cluster stitch right here in the back loop. So you can see we usually go through both loops like this. This is the front loop and that's the back loop. So we're going to go in there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Back loop of this next stitch right in here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and that's 16 stitches on the side. So just single crochet into each stitch, working in that back loop only, just like this, all the way across. And in the corner chain 2 spaces, we are going to put 2 single crochet, chain 2, and 2 single crochet. So this is just our last simple single crochet round, just cleaning up these edges here, making it look fancy and nice, finishing this up. And then when you get to the corner here, this is a chain 2 corner space, we're putting 2 single crochets, then chain 2, and 2 more single crochets. And then working in the back loops only of the next 16 stitches, we are going to put a single crochet in each one. Okay, so I'll meet you up when we're about to fasten off. When you're finished here, we have to still put 2 single crochets back in this first corner, and then chain 2, and slip stitch to the first single crochet. Right here it is. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now we can fasten off. So chain 1, cut that, pull it through, pull tight, grab your yarn needle, and sew in your ends. And that's it. Number 331 granny square is donezo. Thank you so much for watching every single day. I hope you're enjoying the day today. I hope that you share your photo on the Facebook and on the Instagram. Make sure you hashtag 365 days of granny squares. The square worked up pretty fast for me, so, and that was kind of cool, working these clusters, and now they're kind of, you know, popping up, so that's kind of interesting. Big thank you to Marie for allowing us to use this raised bunchberry square. Make sure to check out that link to her written pattern on undergroundcrafter.com, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!